You're now tuned into the hottest podcast in the world, the Stay Woke Podcast, right here on the SonicBreakdown.com.
Welcome back to another Stay Woke Podcast, and this is D. Ray Brinson. Thank you for rocking with us and listening to another podcast. We appreciate it. This is going to be part 2 of the Brother in Love episode. We do have a part 3, and I'm excited to hear about it. We do have some female perspectives that will be on that part 3. So all our female fans and anybody that's interested in a female perspective on this topic, just stay tuned, and that is in the works and is coming. So again, without further delay, here's the conclusion of part 2, Brother to the Left in Love. We're going to get back to this love because it's something I think people need to hear, and it's a different side to the SonicBreakdown.com and Stay Woke podcast. So there was a topic that Matt brought up, and we touched on it a little bit, but I think we should dive a little bit deeper into this love versus lust concept. Because like I said, when you think of lust, you think of, oh, I just want to smash, I just want to fuck, I just want to hit it, I just want to have sex, I just want to
jump off.
Yeah, jump off. Whatever you want, whatever term you want to use, the horizontal polka, right. Whatever you want to use. I honestly believe that sex is a healthy and important part of a relationship, but there is a caveat to it. It should not be the end all be all. That shouldn't be what makes or breaks your relationship. Again, I do think it's an important part. Like, put it this way, for me, that's an important part. I like having sex.
let me get this on my chest first, bro. All right.
Do your thing.
I had time to think about this. All right. I'm not trying to toot my horn. I done had a lot of sex in my life, sexual encounters in my life with women, multiple women. You know, we ain't gonna put no number on nothing that's childish, but
we above that.
From my experience up until, you know, my 31 years, you know what I'm saying, to this day right now, I want a woman that the sex is so good, I don't want to have sex with you.
Damn.
Tell me how deep that is.
Damn.
Is that out there?
It's really not, bro. It's really not, right? Because if I can jump in, again, from just my nose wide open ass perspective, right? From my nose wide open ass perspective, you know, the woman I got, man, it's like the sex is so goddamn secondary. It's a distant second, man.
But that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying it's like, a second though.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even want to have sex with you because I know it's so good that it's you know what I'm saying, that's too sweet. You know what I'm saying?
It's essentially, man, it's the icing on the cake, right? Because what we have outside of that is so strong and so deep. Like, we don't ever have to have sex. That's how I feel about the female I got, man. She does it for me so much mentally and spiritually that we don't even gotta have sex, right? But we most definitely done that. We most definitely done been there, and that shit is really just the icing on the cake.
See,
but however, let me finish this last thought though. If I can be on some shit that's not too square and not too, you know what I'm saying, not too, you know what I'm saying, not too Poindexter, you feel me? The sex really fails in comparison to the mental connection we have and the spiritual connection we have. Honestly, the sex can't fuck with just me staring in her eyes, man. The sex can't fuck with me just being in her presence, me just being in her energy. It complements it for sure. And the sex is good for sure, man. She hitting on all cylinders for sure. But I don't even need that to get where I need to be with her, man. Cause I done been there, done that. I didn't, you know, the sex thing, that shit has never been hard for me. Since a youngster, since you talking about high school, maybe even elementary school. Not elementary, you talking about middle school, something like that, right? They've been doing that. You feel me? But when it comes to that physical interaction, that shit is really secondary for me to that spiritual and that mental connection, man.
Moral of the story is, if it ain't that, it's lust. You know what I'm saying? That's the moral of the story. If that, I mean, if I'm just saying, you talking about you love somebody, if you ain't got that kind of connection with them, you know what I'm saying? It's lust.
See, I disagree.
No. But I want you to share your perspective for sure. But before you do that, I want to say this, because there will get to the point where you grow old and the sex is, man, when you old and wrinkled, man.
No,
that shit is not gonna be hidden, right?
See, that's why I think you're misconstruing what I'm saying, though. I'm not saying like, let's say if we made a magical list and it only consisted of 5 things, right? And that list is what the qualities you want in your woman, right? I'm not saying that.
Well, let's run that list down, just for the viewers out there. Let's run that.
No, but I'm saying I don't.
Everybody got a checklist. Let's go ahead and bring it out right now.
Just for the fun of it, right?
All right, well, we gonna go in the circle.
Hold on.
Brother to the left. Hold on. One thing that's on your that was on your checklist when you had a checklist.
Go ahead. No,
I want to say intelligence, man, because that's the first thing that jumps in my mind. But honestly, for me personally, that's not even the most important thing. I need a woman that's nurturing, man.
Okay,
that's what matters.
That's number one.
That's
number one on your list.
That's number one.
So we'll go to you, F and Maddie. You don't have to put your number one, but just one of the 5. Because I think this is an impossible list to make. So
I don't think it's that impossible, honestly.
All right, so look,
if you're a real motherfucker,
everybody got an ideal. Okay, so you ideal checklist is pretty much the same thing. Like this is everybody's got an ideal. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But
go with your.
I'm just saying, like, and mind you, the chick that I was talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying, that one, you know what I'm saying, she ain't none of this, all right? So, all right, so that's how I know that's that one, all right? So look, this is preferably, you know what I'm saying, this is what people want, this is what you want preferably, like me personally, you know.
But let me say this, I want you to get in that, but before you do that, let me say, it's got to be nothing to do with looks. Cause we're above, right?
Okay, then there ain't no list. Then I'm just saying.
No, see, okay, well then I want to go because this will.
It can't be, and this is anything to do with looks.
And
man,
this is off the
your soulmate. It can't have anything to do with the physical, man. Because that is going to be that shit is so.
I think I disagree with that. You can make your list whatever you want it to be. That's fine.
First of all, let me say
I'm giving y'all two different mentalities, two different mindsets. That's what I was trying to really.
That's what I'm saying. So you can give your list regardless of what's on it, physical or not. We know already right now, prefaced his in stating that his is not going to have
intangible.
Man. It's not going to be physical, which is fine.
She killing physically everybody you talking about, though. You understand me?
Yeah, so
she killing physically. We not down everybody there. Talk about, right?
We not down there, bro.
However, but I got to make that said because she gonna hear this, so I got to make sure that shit is said.
We believe
physically, she her name, though.
Everybody, you understand me?
Nah, keep her name out of it.
Ain't gonna say her name, though.
Nah, bro. But anyways, you know what? I will though. If I ain't gonna say.
Nah, that's it. So, P, you want to run through your 5, or you want?
I'll run through my 5 real quick.
You go through your 5 because he got intelligence as number 1.
Check this out. Number 1, man, she got to be nurturing, man.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Nurturing, that's right.
Nurturing is number 1. I mentioned that, right? She got to be intelligent, man. She got to be able to meet me intellectually. Number 3, she got to be charismatic, right? Because there's something about being charismatic that's able to navigate and interact with different environments, whether it's a professional environment or a less than professional environment, and still be comfortable. You know, it's something about that that's really attractive to me, right? She's comfortable. She's comfortable in her own skin within, you know, any environment, right? There's got to be a natural beauty to her. Again, this transcends the physical, you know, it transcends the physical thing that we mentioned earlier. There's this natural beauty. There's this natural womanhood that can't be taught, that can't be learned. You either got it or you don't. It's that ism. Man. You either is a natural woman, comfortable in your own skin, or you ain't. Right? That's 4. And the 5th thing for me, man, and this is again last on the list, if we're quantifying it by 5, right? But the last thing on the list for me is just knowing me. And knowing, you know, having having the ability to observe and know where your man is at and assess where your man is at and meet him where he at. But that's a quality. That's a skill that every woman doesn't have. Right. You meet a lot of women and they're only concerned with where they're at. Right.
And I want to qualify the fact that we're not saying that a woman only has to have these 5. They have to. The list is everybody. It's a lot more than 5.
Right. And this is only just this is Brother to the Left list. This is just me.
Right. And everybody has their own list. He has his list that he's checking off, and it should be individual because, like we said in the podcast with Drea, know what you need and what you want, and go for that.
Absolutely, because what
it
works
doesn't have
for
to
me
be everybody's.
It's not going. That's not going to work for Brother to the right. I'm Brother to the left. What works for Brother to the left is not going to work for Brother to the right. You understand me? Well, you got to know yourself.
I like that checklist.
Okay,
I love that. But your checklist is based on. I done had a conversation with this person. I done met this person. I know what they about. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, what have you. Me, I'm going more towards like just like initiation, like what I see. This is what got my antennas up. You know what I'm saying? Like I go for what you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is when I find out more about this chick after this you know what I'm saying, from the physical attraction, okay? You know what I mean? My list is of this is what I look at. Like, I'm not saying this is what I, you know what I'm saying, well, like, that's what this is.
Wait. So we need to redefine what this list is saying, because this is like the sports, the MVP. Like, everybody's MVP means something different. Most valuable person is the most valuable person on the best team, or the most valuable person.
This is what I see from the outside in. This is what like what attracts me from the vision. Like when I see, you see a female, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so, but your list sounds like it's what you look for in just a woman.
But those are all traits that you can't find out until you actually get to know that person. That's what I'm saying.
Speaking from a place of understanding this person.
Yeah, that's at the point where you've already
matching their actions with their words, and
this is after
looking
you know
at the
a
whole person. This isn't me from looking from afar.
So, all right, so let me clear this up. My perspective. I'm gonna give you a checklist off of like the before. You know what I'm saying? Like the visual, and your checklist is Brother to the Left is his checklist is more on like the after, when you get to the nitty and gritty, and when you get to actually know this person.
Right.
That's where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? All right. So mine is, for some reason I like tall women. I like legs.
Okay? Hey, right, brother. We on the same height.
So
there,
preferably,
man. On the same height.
5'7", 5'8". You know what I'm saying? I'm instantly like, okay, I'm checking you out.
I'm gonna say that. Sure. Hey, we on the same height because my girl got some long legs, man. So we on the same height there.
When they wrap around you, you know what I'm saying? When you
could do a lot with them legs.
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
You could do a lot with them.
Hold on,
you could put them here. You could put them there.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think people really be understanding that. All right, for me, it's.
I feel like we didn't did too much.
Okay, so one
at the same time.
We let them. Hey,
5'7" and up for me.
Hey, they know what they get into when they listen to this podcast. It says explicit.
Straight up.
There will be cussing, some vulgar language.
All right, when it comes to just like a physical attraction, I like slim women, slim, lithe, like athletic build women. That's what I like. That's what I go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a combination right there.
So tall and athletic. That's two things on your list.
Lithe, slender. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
So is that your third trait? Slender?
No,
it's are we just combining as one?
Like
okay, I'm trying to
confusing people.
I'm confirming how many you got on your list already. Okay. Is it just one or is it three?
Now I'm on 3.
Wait, so wait, what is 1 and 2?
1 is the height.
Okay.
The 2 is the body.
Athletic and slender.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, but here's the same thing. Here's what I got a problem with, man. You talking about all physical. And for me, physical is not that, man. What is you talking about other than physical, bro?
You can always find a tall, athletic, slender person.
This is visual. Like, okay. You got
so
my attention. Okay, but when I go over there and talk to you and I may not like, okay, like you just a bimbo.
So here's my thing, or no,
man. You got beauty and brains. That's you know what I'm saying. Like, so, I don't know this yet.
Hold on.
I don't know this yet.
Let him.
Of course,
he's on 3.
Let the brother finish for sure.
Because I'm where you at with his. Right. Me and you are here on his list because
the brother coming with all physical.
But let's see if the last 2 are intangible.
You better come with it. That last 2.
Go ahead.
Damn it.
You got 2 more, bro.
1 was the height. Number 2 was the 3.
So he's just gonna restate.
Okay, number 3 is attraction. She has to look better than me. How about that?
So you want to upgrade? Wait.
She has to look. She has to be like, she has to look better than me, or the same.
But what does that mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? And two, what does that say about you? Because why would she want something that's less than her?
I'm not saying this is what I will.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all put me in a corner right now.
For the dignity of this goddamn podcast, man, or for lack of better terms, dignity, let's get past looks, man, because anybody who has any modicum of intelligence understands that there
the has physical, to be some attraction.
The physical is going to be there, but we gotta peel layers back.
Go ahead, let me finish. Let him get his last
of course, so peel those layers back.
That's the visual. That's what's going. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it. Like you see a mosquito going to the light. You know what I'm saying?
No. This is what the list is. The list is if you are in a relationship. That means you've already determined that you're attracted to this person. She's attracted to you. We passed that point.
Yeah.
This is the list is what are the qualifications that makes her go from just a chick you would fuck to be vulgar, a woman that you would have sex with, versus the woman that you decide you would possibly marry or
I got you. But I was just
those
setting
five
it up
qualities?
I'm just letting you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what, Matt's feeling that, like, that's what I'm physically attracted to.
Evan Matty is pointing out his Tinder list.
That's not what I settle for. That's not what I go for.
Evan Matty's pointing out his Tinder list.
Y'all put me in a corner right now.
If I can add a layer to that,
right now. How about that?
If I can add a layer to that, man, from experience, man, from being, of course, nigga, I love you too, bro. These my folks, man. I done know you since 14, right? I'm 30 years old now. I didn't know Mathematics since I was 14.
Half your life. I've known you half my life too, okay?
Dang.
You feel me? But I gotta add some layers here, right? I gotta add some layers here. And it just comes from experience, man. I was with my daughter's mother for 6 years. The attraction I felt to her the attraction I felt for her at 19, but not the attraction I felt for her at 25. And I say that only to say that looks fade. That physical shit fades.
It does.
And the question is, what do you have after those looks fade? So that's why when I gave my 5,
you didn't let me get there yet.
No, you got your last 2 for sure, right?
No. This is just like visual, physical attraction.
Okay.
I'm saying when I actually get to know this woman, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so then for me, man, tell me what you got after the physical shit, because I don't want to hear none of the physical shit, because
all right, okay,
the nigga Beyonce gets ugly after some years, and you ready for something else. Halle Berry gets done after a few years, and you ready for something else. Tell me what's happening after that physical shit. Because that's the only thing that's gonna keep you lasting. That's the only thing that's gonna keep your marriage intact.
Halle Berry still look good, and she.
I'm still married Halle Berry right now.
Let me say this: you ain't met Halle. You ain't met Halle. I didn't met Halle before, and she got this goddamn orange glow about her. However, that orange glow gets faded.
You met Halle Berry before?
I did, bro. When I went on Oprah for the second time, you understand me? When I went on Oprah Winfrey show for the second time.
You had to put that in there, though. You see that, right?
I might just have had to. You feel me?
Two-time Oprah.
Right? But I don't normally do that. But I didn't did that tonight.
Stunting.
Right? I didn't did that tonight.
Hey, it's okay to stunt every now and then. I understand. We some humble brothers because Will told me that same thing.
This the you know what I'm saying? All right, the real list. All right.
Yeah.
The physical attraction list and the real list. Okay, look. I look at things like we out. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't just like expect me to pay for everything. That's a trait. That's for real. Like. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That shows me, that's a sign like, I don't need you to, you know what I'm saying, do that. I you know what I'm saying? I bring something to the table.
You're talking about independent women.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to, you know what I'm saying, pay for this because you pay for that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just out for you to, you know what I'm saying, be sitting here spending your money on me, whining and diming me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's respect right there. You know what I'm saying? More than anything. I look at that. I look at what do we talk about? Are we talking about 2? Are we talking about, you know what I'm saying, what happened on Love and Hip Hop last night? Or are we talking about what this new president just did? You know what I'm saying? Are we talking about what's going on like you know what I'm saying, in the world? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just shit in Europe and just everything, you know what I'm saying? Like the economy, you know what I'm saying? Like just our politics in general. Like are we relating on that kind of level? You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just see, I'm sorry. I just see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
you want a great mind to have a great conversation with. It's about ideas, about things that are bigger than just ourselves. And
like, truthfully, I would prefer a woman that is more intelligent than me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, so I know I can learn something from her, but I know a female's looking for that. Like, it's a, you know what I'm saying? It's a
give and take.
Give and take.
But
for sure.
I'm so glad you said that, man, because for me, this woman that I'm enamored about, the woman I've been talking about for the past 2 hours, bro, I feel like she makes me better. She's so much better than me in certain areas, right?
That's why. Let me get to my list.
However, I'm also now you're gonna get to your list for sure, correct? Because you moderating this shit, so you got to get to your list, you know. But my woman, so she's making me better. I'm also making her better in certain areas. And for any of the viewers out there, man, if you with somebody who is not making you better, then,
why you with him?
Then you know you just might be settling. I mean, it's not so much why you with them. Because you might be with them because that's just, you ain't got no better options. And hey, I ain't here to judge. You might not got no better options.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You with whoever the motherfucking you got.
And more in general, like if you like being around that person, like I don't mind kicking it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind putting my phone on airplane mode, you feel me? And just putting it, like throwing it in any other room or leaving it on the kitchen table or something like that and just kicking it with you all day.
Here's
like,
the thing, man. Age
you don't
matters,
get on my
right?
nerves.
Age
you know what I'm saying?
Man. Maturity matters, right? When you're in your 20s, you're not looking for the same person you're looking for in your 30s. When you're in your 30s, you're not looking for the same person you had in your 40s, right?
Yeah.
Age matters, man. What it comes down to is you understanding yourself, you knowing yourself, and knowing who's going to be a good fit for you. And that's where the dichotomy comes. Be with who's a good fit for you.
That's a valid point. So, Matt, I just want to go back real quick for a second and say, did you finish your list?
No, it really didn't even turn to a list. It was just random. It was like random thoughts, like random qualities that I really do like want from a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, another one would be, I'm a Leo. Okay. I'm a fire sign too as well. I like a woman that could tame me. Can you shut me up? You know what I'm saying? Can you, come here, I gotta talk to you right quick. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you need to stay your ass at the house right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't give a fuck. I think you need to stay at the house. You feel me? Like,
right.
And if you don't like my response, can you put me in my place? Nah, fuck that. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You need to stay your ass, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a secure woman. That's what that is.
And here's the thing, man. That's where that fit is so
important.
It's so important, right? Because a woman that can put you in your place may not be able to put me in my place. A woman that can put me in my place might not be able to put you in your place, right?
Or that might not even be what you need. You might be, because what I want to touch on that is a lot of people take what is perceived submission as a weekness.
No.
Just
because when I speak,
I say that's what you need to hear. That's what you need to hear.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like in a male-dominated society, if somebody comes at you and you don't say anything, they perceive that as weakness. Whereas in reality is, you know what you can do, and you're not going to take it there because you don't want to, because it's not what you deem as to the level of disrespect that you need to take action at. You know what I'm saying? And so that's going to happen in relationships as well. Is there are going to be situations where a woman is going to say something to you where an outsider might perceive it as, as in your case of being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But in your case, you don't take it as disrespectful. You think it as something that you needed to hear to get you to where you need to be.
And she strong enough woman enough to say, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like, I won't say I hate, but like females that are like really like passive aggressive, like, you know, you're my man. I'm not going to be that type of girl. You want to go out, go do what you do. But
and then you go out and then they get mad.
Sometimes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you need that chick, somebody, you know what I'm saying? All of us need somebody to be like, nah, I want you to stay in the house. You need to chill out.
And see, here's the thing. Like, I think we got to start off on the wrong foot when we're talking about putting you in your place, because
that's why I wanted to clarify.
That's not the language that we want to use, right?
Like, not
it's
that
more
mindset.
about, it's more about,
like I said, understanding where you need to be when you need to be there.
It's more about pushing you to be your best self.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Which woman is going to push you to be your best self, regardless of the language they use, regardless of how they get you there?
It's how you receive it.
Who's going to push you to be your best self, man? They don't got to be putting you in your place. They don't got to be getting at you about this. They might get you about this, but they let go on that. Who's gonna understand that potential you got and push you to reach that potential, but at the same time reining in those weaknesses that you have, because we all got weaknesses, woman or man, right? Who's gonna push you to be the best person you can be? That goes for women or men, right? Who's gonna push you to be the best person you can be? And that person that pushes you to be the best person you can be is a person you need to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah, and at the same time, that man has to be willing to, look at him like, you know what? You speaking some real shit. You right. Like, hey, bro, I'm about to chill out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to holler at you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
And be okay with the response that he might get from his homies.
So that
because he knows what he needs to be.
That man has to be ready to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and like.
Take that acceptance.
You right. You know what I'm saying? Because we all in our 30s now. About 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how that story is going to end if you go out with your partners, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already know how that story going to end.
Right.
You're going to get some more drinks in you. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You might bump a little thing, and then all of a sudden you caught up on some stupid shit. You feel me? You doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing when I should have just listened to old girl. No, so I need to stay at the house and chill.
So that brings me, I want to give my 5.
Yeah, we ain't got back to your 5, and you didn't have a lot of time to marinate on it, man. So
I did.
It's got to be a good 5, brother.
So for me, my number 1 is I'm not gonna say that she has to be smarter than me, but she has to have an intelligence that matches mine.
It's got to complement you, right?
Yeah, it has to complement mine.
That's actually what I really meant to say. Like that, you put it better than me. Though.
And what I want to clarify that as well is because somebody might think that. And it's not, I'm not bragging or nothing. I am a college educated man. I do view myself as, I don't view myself as intelligent. I view myself as smart. And I want to define the distinction because intelligence means that you're just born with a level of knowledge and acquisition of knowledge. But I believe, the reason why I say I believe that I'm not intelligent, that I'm smart is because I work hard at learning and understanding the things I don't know. When I'm presented with a question or a situation of things I don't know, I don't just accept whatever somebody tells me. I go do the research to learn more about it. And if anybody knows me on a personal level, knows that that's the type of person I am. Like, I will research the shit out of it. Like, basically anything.
You just got a thirst for knowledge, man. You got a thirst for knowledge, bro.
And I appreciate that. And that is something that I do, that I pride myself at, because I do have a thirst for knowledge. I love learning stuff. Like, it brings me an excitement. It brings me joy. Like, I really enjoy learning stuff. So I do dive into things, and it's a gift and a curse at the time. But so when I say that I need somebody that complements my intelligence or my thinking, is that doesn't mean that she has to be college educated. That doesn't mean that she necessarily even has to have a high school degree, in my opinion. It's just that she has to have a level of knowledge and thirst for knowledge that will complement mine and push me. So when I challenge her on ideas, she's going to say and challenge me back on it. And I have to valid her opinion on it because I know she has an understanding about it that I might not have.
Let me just say it right quick. That just sounds like common sense.
But not everybody thinks that. Because if you think about it,
common sense is usually the smartest individuals to me. Like,
hey, but let me tell you this, man, from my perspective, at least in terms of what I see, man. As humans, we have so many insecurities, man, men and women, that we end up falling in love, and like genuinely in love, man. We end up falling in love, or at least being enamored by the motherfucker who is not good for us, because they fulfill those weaknesses. And so we end up, being with somebody or having a baby with somebody, or, starting a life with somebody who is not good for us, simply because of our weaknesses that we don't even realize are weaknesses.
Self-analysis.
Right. So like, if you really, really haven't had that introspection, you just might be doomed for failure. And, you know, that's how you end up with baby mamas and baby daddies that are no good for you. You end up with a baby mama that's gone out the wind. Like myself. At 19, 20, 21, 22, baby mama gone in the wind. They ain't heard shit from her. And as a woman, you got a baby daddy that's gone in the wind. You ain't heard nothing from him, but he ain't provide no child support. He ain't doing nothing because that introspection wasn't there. However, if you know yourself, you know what's best for you. You know what's a good fit for you. You're not judging your relationship on looks like most motherfuckers. And on that lust, like most motherfuckers. If you're judging your relationships based on those intangible things, then I think, at least in terms of my experience, you have a recipe for success. But that physical shit and those insecurities getting away.
That's why I want to touch on, like I said, number one on my list is having the ability, and maybe I misquoted it by saying intelligence that complements mine. It's more about being able to challenge my opinions and my thoughts on valid points. So to challenge me, because I need somebody that's going to challenge me, because not that I need somebody to push me, because I'm very self-motivated, but I take enjoyment in somebody pushing me because like I said, we said I thirst for knowledge. So if somebody's going to push me to acquire more knowledge than I already am, that's even a bigger enjoyment for me. So that's one on my list. Number 2 on my list is compassion. Because as rational of a person that I believe I am, I need somebody to balance me out in that aspect. So that has the compassion that I tend to oversee or overlook. Certain times, especially when I talk to people at work, I notice that because things that don't make sense to me rationally tend to aggravate me, and it comes across in my tone. And I don't mean any malice by it, but my frustration of, you don't see how what you're saying doesn't make sense, frustrates me, because you should know that what you're saying doesn't make sense. If you really listen to what you're saying, because if I repeat it back to you and you realize it doesn't make sense, why did you say it if it doesn't make sense? Like, that bothers me. So anyways,
yeah,
I need somebody that can balance that out for me.
Right.
Because I believe the person that you're going to be in a relationship with should compliment you in every way as much as they can, so that you, as you state, become a better person.
Absolutely.
And I think those are the traits that make me a better person.
Right.
And so this is what I'm asking for in that person.
Agreed.
If they're compassionate, that helps my rational side be more balanced.
Right.
So that I become rational and compassionate at the same time.
Absolutely.
Not that I don't care about what people think, but anyway, so that's another aspect of it. That's 3. Or was that 2? Yeah. Intelligence and compassion. The other aspect that I will say is, and again, this isn't in no particular order, because to me, you just need these qualities.
Yeah.
Sex life is important to me. I like sex. It's important. And somebody can take that and misconstrue it as it's just about the physical. But when, I'm not going to say I had sex with a lot of people. I'm not going to say that I've had sex with, but I've had sex with enough people that you, as you know, is different with every person. But when you find somebody that you are, for me, that you're truly in love with, it takes it to another level. And not just, I'm talking about just the feeling. Yeah, orgasm is an orgasm. It is what it is. But like that connection that you have when you are having sex with that person is different. It's, when I was young, I didn't get it. When I was younger in high school having sex, I didn't get it. It's like when they say making love and having sex, like to me, there is a difference. And I'm not talking about the way you do it, but the feeling you have doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. And that's what I'm saying that I would need.
Right.
Is because that is a physical representation of, to me, love.
I got to jump in there from my own perspective again, I had to keep bringing up that soulmate shit, right? But like, from a brother that met his soulmate, man, I truly felt like I done met my soulmate. First of all, the sex is good for sure, right? But even if it wasn't, it's still good. Everything is still good, man. Like,
that's because I'm saying is that mental connection, and that's what I'm saying is. But that's important.
But I feel like for you, sex is number 3.
No, I wouldn't say it's number 3. I would say it's in that order.
For me,
but
it's not even in the picture, man, because
me neither. Y'all heard what I said. I want the sex to be so good that I don't want to have sex with you. I just want to chill. Like,
I don't know what that means, man. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know what that means?
I don't know what that means.
That's
another
it's so
thing. Good that you don't want to.
But let me finish my list before we get into that. So
I'm gonna tell y'all, finish your list, and I'm gonna tell you where I got that from. This thinking.
But
please
it's
do.
Because it's gonna be in my list, but it's gonna be in there.
Do.
And I think what he means by that, and that's in my list, is literally we can be, let's say from, if we were the last 2 people on Earth, me and my girl, we the last 2 people on Earth, and there's nobody else, and for some reason I couldn't have sex and she couldn't have sex, I still would be fine. Because me being with her all day, just the feeling that we have together is great.
That's good enough.
That's good enough.
Well, we're on the same page.
You know what I'm saying?
We're on the same page.
We just presenting it differently. That's all.
Agreed.
But my point as well is the fact that we need to be sexually compatible. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's important that we are sexually compatible. And eventually, that sexual compatibility is going to change. As you get older, you're going to have sex possibly less and less and less, whatever. But where we are now and where we're going, we should be sexually compatible. Because that is a part of us. Right. That's a part of, that is a part that makes you different than what you are with your best female friend or best, you know what I'm saying, male friend in a female's perspective. Is that connection that you have physically, as well as emotionally and mentally. That's all part of the plan, all part of the situation altogether. So you have to me, like I said, that has to come into play. The sex is important because, like I said, okay, and the reason why I say that is because I've been in relationships where I've been in a relationship where she gave me all those other qualities that I mentioned on that list, right? But sexually, we weren't compatible. And after, in the beginning, you're like, yeah, I can get over this, because we're that deep in love. But eventually, that shit carries on you and it wears on you, because let's say she's a girl that, because there are women out there that have low libidos that don't, regardless of how well you put, take out all the other variables of how well it's getting down, how great she orgasms, that doesn't have the urge to have sex on a consistent basis. Yeah, it's just not in her drive. And it's just but then you have a guy that has a fucking ridiculous libido.
Sex drive is ridiculous.
Your sex drive is ridiculous.
Sex drive is ridiculous.
You're not gonna match regardless of what other tangibles you have, because your body and your whole everything inside of you. But that's what I'm saying. Sex does matter, because no matter what you say in those situations, no matter what those emotions are, you're not gonna fit. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Sex is a component. Is it the major component? Is it the end all be all? No. Right. But if you're on those two extremes, yes, it is gonna matter. But if you're closer, if her sex drive is okay and his sex drive is a little bit higher than hers, yeah, you can probably make that work. But if you're on those two freaking ends of the spectrum, you're not gonna make that work, and that's why I say it's important. And I'm okay with accepting that, because I'm not gonna.
Is D-Ray done with his list?
Yeah, I'm done. That's
all right. Now this.
Wait, no. That's 4. I need one more. The other aspect is because having children and being is important for. Is an important matter to me. So I need to see qualities that I deem are good qualities in a mother. You know what I'm saying? Again, because I've been in a relationship where I saw qualities and I kind of overlooked them. And now that I'm not in that relationship, I'm happy that I did not end up in that relationship, because there are qualities that I know that if we did have kids, I would not be able to overlook, and we would eventually split or divorced, or, you know what I'm saying, because of those issues, because we were so on different aspects. Yeah. So that's another aspect for me. So that's my list 5.
That's why, just knowing you personally, I know, that's one thing you probably yearning for is, a stable, when you coming into kids, based off how you were raised, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want stability. Like
that's an important factor.
I know that's really important to you. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said earlier, I want the sex to be so good that I don't want to have sex with you.
Yeah, we need you to break that down. Brother to the left is having some trouble with that.
Yes, there's a movie I just recently watched. It's called Burnt. It's Bradley Cooper stars in it, and Sienna Miller. It's a really good movie. He's a chef. Okay, I don't know if
I saw the previews. I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, it's actually a good movie. Okay. Like he's like a really great chef. You know what I'm saying, out in Europe and stuff. I think in France, but he's American. But one thing he said that really did like resonate to me was he said, I want to cook food so well. I want to cook food so well that people stop eating. People don't want to eat it. That's how good I want my food to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I got that from. It's like, you have to like really love something that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you're a chef. It's supposed to be the complete opposite, right? Yeah. I want you to clean your plate.
Yeah, lick the plate clean.
Him is the reverse. I want you to take 2 bites, one or 2 bites at the most. You know what I'm saying? And just
say it's so good.
That's so damn good. I can't eat that no more.
I feel like it's a sin. It's so good. It's wrong.
That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
wow,
so good.
Like,
I should stop.
I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like. Let's focus on like other traits. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was talking about when it came to, the sex.
Okay.
Makes sense now? It's a good movie. Y'all should watch it, by the way. Yeah.
Is it on HBO?
It's on Showtime on demand, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't got Showtime. I got HBO. I think we should wrap up this love podcast.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up. Right.
And we need to come back.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna release
the ladies
this.
to come out and support this.
Any ladies in the Bay Area?
But what I do hope is that y'all let me get the last words out this motherfucker, right? Because I feel like I'm the least likely, man. I'm the least likely to be head over heels in love out this motherfucker. We didn't touch on a lot of different subjects tonight.
Yeah, we did.
But for me, it always comes back to the same, man. It always comes back to the same, and that's me and my woman. I didn't let my folks talk. I didn't let my other brother talk, man. I didn't know both of these brothers my whole life, man. And they both didn't spit some shit that I'm hoping everybody got their ears open to. But for me, man, it's come back to this same woman, man. And honestly, man, with all the shit said tonight, here's something that rings true to me. With all the shit said tonight, here's something that rings true to me. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. Period.
Word.
Period. And when you know, you ready to put a ring on it, and that's it. That's it. That's all. And that's the place I'm in. And if you don't feel what I'm saying when I say you know, then you just ain't. You're not in the know. You're not in the know. You ain't been there yet. And
it's okay. It's okay.
That's okay, right? Because you still got time. You still got to however much longer you got to live or whatever your case may be, right? But for me, I'm done. That's it. It's a done daughter. That's all she wrote. I don't want nothing else. I ain't seen nothing before her, and I ain't seen nothing after her. Boom.
I want to say this, and I do want to have multiple females' perspectives. I want to have multiple perspectives, multiple orientations. We open, like I said, like I told my partners, my boys, everybody, like, I wanted to create a space where people felt if they had something to say, that anybody had the opportunity to say it. The only obligation, the only qualification that you had to have is whatever perspectives you had that you're going to present on this podcast, the Stay Woke podcast, that you come with it, that you have really something to say about it. That you just don't just say, oh, this is my opinion and that's it. No, if you're going to have an opinion about it, bring that opinion full-hearted. So anybody in the Bay Area that has something to say that they want to say, hit us up. You check our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr account. We got everywhere, so check us out. This is Stay Woke Podcast, presented by thesonicbreakdown.com. Your boy D-Ray. We got F and Maddie, and we got Brother to the left.
What's handing?
And we out.